we expect. One is, so basically two things that we expect. One is an application focused build of X402. Basically it means that you use the X402 protocol in an agentic and a non-agentic application. I'll give some examples as we move on, but we want an application that uses X402. That's one of the things that we expect if you're building on Polygon. Or else, the next thing that we can do is extend X402. X402 is missing many features. Batching, privacy, reputation, identity are some of the features that I've given out as an example. What you can go out and do is basically build out these features and show us how you implemented these features. And this will also be useful for extending the spec and raising PRs to the actual X402 protocol and like contributing it to the protocol in a meaningful way. So that's what we are planning to do this time around. The best resource and docs you have to build on top of Polygon is the agentic payments docs on Polygon. This is the docs right here. It's agenticdocs.polygon.technology. It's also there on this click up here. So if you go and press explore X402, you can basically get to this docs. This docs is a one-stop place for you to get all the resources on Polygon. You can go to the X402 section here. Here is X402 introduction. These are all the facilitators that support Polygon network. So if you're integrating an app on top of X402 on Polygon, you can use these facilitators. The recommendation would be to use these two facilitators. If you're planning to build on mainnet, you can use the mainnet one. If you're doing the testnet, you can use the testnet URL and build on top of it. And then there are guides how X402 works, how basically the protocol works, what X402 is, the payment protocol, etc., etc. And if you have read through X402, there are basically two components. There's the buyer and the seller. And there's a quick start guide that we have for basically allowing you to spin up the buyer and the seller on top of X402. That's also in this docs over here. So everything you need to access is over here exactly. There's this quick start repo as well. You can take a look at this repository where you can directly clone it, fork it, and spin up X402 on Polygon. That's another way to basically get started on your hackathon. Oh, we are getting a little disturbance, okay. Question to the audience here. How many of the people know about X402 before coming here? Like, is everyone aware of X402 and what we're building? Okay, that's great, yeah. So you're caught up. For people who don't know about X402, you can read it up on our docs as well. No, it's actually stabilized. Yeah, thank you. Yes, so these are the docs that we are using, and these are some of the tools. So I think I've gone over all the docs/resources you guys can use to get started on X402 on Polygon. The next step is looking at some examples. We have few examples here. One of the example here is X402 AutoPay. So you can see the video over here of what it does. It's basically a Chrome extension which allows you to pay for X402 endpoints directly through Chrome. This is one of the examples. This might be inspiration/reference for you to build on top of X402. There's also another tool which can be very useful, is the X402 CLI. So if you want to test any API call on X402, you can basically use the CLI and test these API calls. That's also one of the tools that we have. I'm just guiding you through the docs because we have a very less time over here, like 15 minutes, and we have to take questions as well. So I'm going over the docs, basically letting you know what exactly everything is. For detailed discussions, you can come over to the booth, validate your idea, tell us what you're building, how you're building it, and we can guide you through what can be a winning track on Polygon. So that's the idea here. Yeah, this is done. There's also one tool that I want to go into a little detail and discuss more, is the LLM wallet MCP server. So basically what this is, I can also show a demo here of the LLM wallet MCP server. So basically this is Cursor. You guys might be used to it and work with Cursor IDE. I'll create a new chat here. The LLM wallet MCP server basically allows your LLM to have its own wallet and do X402 calls through it. So in the Cursor chat, if I write create a new wallet, it will basically go and run this tool call called wallet create, and it will label it as main wallet. And this will basically give us the wallet address. It will have a label, and the network is Polygon. It's also a HD wallet, a hierarchical deterministic wallet, and it will give us this mnemonic phrase through which we can generate new addresses as well. This wallet can also be used to pay X402 endpoints. I'll go through the MCP server tools over here to specifically show you what are all the tools that exist so that you can get a much greater idea. If you go tools and MCP section, you can see that the LLM wallet is enabled right there. And you can go through the tools. You can see that there's a wallet create tool. You can see that the wallet import tool. You basically have your own wallet. You can import it through your private key. That's also possible. And then there are all these wallet tools, and there is these specific X402 tools. So basically, if you want to pay for an API, you can pay for it through X402 as well. I can show you the detailed thing over here. Yes. So what this MCP server allows you to do is create and manage wallets. You can check balances as well. You can make micro payments. You can also enforce limits. For example, these agents hallucinate sometimes, so you can enforce limits to basically gatekeep them for spending above a certain amount. And also you can basically ask them to pay for any API. So I'm just giving you examples of what can be built. I also have a few great examples from Twitter. This is a developer from Coinbase, which basically built X402 Monopoly. What X402 Monopoly does is it pits different AIs like Claude, ChatGPT in a game of Monopoly. And since Monopoly has payments inside that, it uses X402 as a payment rails. And basically the transactions happen through X402. And this is how the game is structured. And this is like an example reference for you guys to see what is cool and what can be built. There's also another thing. This is basically the extension part. The first part was an application. This is an extension of X402. What this particular person did is basically do paper token AI inference with X402. What they did is that for AI inference, if you know Open Router, you can do AI inference. So for AI inference, you can pay through X402 in USDC instead of paying through credits. That's what they did. So these are few examples that have gone through. We also have this specific coin price API, which is particularly built on Polygon. So basically this API allows you to fetch any historical data about one particular token price. This is also there in the tools and on our docs as well for you to build and use. Another thing that I want to just highlight, if you're building in the agent space for X402, there's something called Agent 0 SDK. I'll hint to it after the talk, but I'm not able to find the particular one here. I'll definitely link to it in our docs. So Agent 0 SDK is basically an SDK which is connected to 8004 contracts and which will allow us to, Agent 0 SDK is basically an SDK that you can make your agents with. And also, has anyone heard of 8004 contracts over here? 8004 trustless agents contracts? No? Oh, that's great. So 8004 is also this specific set of contracts which allows you to add identity and reputation for your agents. It has 3 contracts that are already deployed on Polygon Amoy that will basically allow you to add identity, reputation, etc. to your agents so that they're trustless. In our docs, there's a section called ERC8004 on Polygon. You can see what is ERC8004 and these 3 registries on top of Polygon Amoy and how to use it. So yeah, this is basically the complete resources / guide / docs for building on top of Polygon. I can take some questions, and if someone has questions on they're not getting what exactly to build, and if you want to have detailed discussion, you can meet me outside on the Polygon booth, and you can talk about idea, and then we can guide you through it. Yeah. We done? 10 minutes. Okay. We can take questions, guys. You can ask. I've gone through all the resources over here. You can ask me any kind of questions or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically a registry for identity for your agents. So you sign up your agent with that particular registry. Yes, yes. Yeah. You can use agent 0 to do that as well, or you can use a regular agent and then use agent identity registry as well. For that, you need to specifically read about 8004 contracts. I'm not sure that reputation is active yet, but there's identity registry that's active. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yes. For the facilitator. Yes, yes, it is open source. Yeah, yeah. It's the x402.rs repository, so I can go through that as well. So this is the code for our facilitator. It's an open source Rust-based facilitator. Yeah. We don't need to use it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't need to get into the code of the facilitator. You can basically go to this docs, go to the X402 section, the introduction section. You have this link over here, which is the testnet facilitator or the mainnet facilitator link. For any kind of application you're developing, you don't need to spin up your own facilitator. You can basically use the one that we already have and integrate it in your application. Yeah. Can we go around and see what people are building? Like, can you tell me any ideas that you guys have? Like, we can discuss things here. Like, can we start there with you guys? Like, are you planning to build something on X402? Great, guys. So I'll be at the booth all the time. So if any detailed discussions are needed, if anything you want to ask, you can come right there and ask me about it. Anything related to X402, we're always there. Yeah. So thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Puede ser el computador de él.
Este es de él. Este es de nosotros. No, este es de él.
¿Este lo trajo él?
Sí, porque nosotros...
No, pero estaba puesto.
Este es el que estaba puesto.
Sí.
Son de nosotros. Vamos a volver a poner... Ahora sí ya... Bueno, cuando tengamos la otra computadora, vamos a chillarlo. El nuevo link. ¿Sabes lo que sí le vamos a pedir? Si se puede mantener de este lado para que no salga usted en cámara.
Ah, me pongo a este lado.
Sí.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, one sec. Let me quit this.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay. Sorry.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello? Yeah.
You
Hello,
have
hello, hello.
video
Yes.
white sound?
Yeah.
Hola, hola.